Oh, Fiesta, where have you gone? Where have you gone? I'm going to miss you. Our relationship was a little bit rocky, but you're gone, and I'm sad. Hello, I'm that James guy, and I have literally just sold my 2015 Ford Fiesta. It just drove away. I'm pretty happy. Bittersweet. It was a really fun car to drive. I ended up selling it so fast that I didn't even really get to do a review on it. I didn't get to do a review on it. I drove it around for 3 days. I kind of liked it. You know, I'm used to driving my 328i F30, and this car, I'm nerdy or something. I just love small cars. 1 liter turbo, the way it drove with the 5-speed, it just was really, really fun to slap around in town. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I bought this car with a hole in the side of the engine. I bought it so that I could make awesome content for you, right? Awesome? Anyway, and I also bought it to flip it. So I have flipped it. And so I'm gonna explain, kind of recap the story, what exactly happened. So I bought it with a hole through the side of the engine. It's a super, super rare engine. This 1 liter EcoBoost, they sold almost none of them in Fiestas because it was only available in a 5-speed. And they put them also in Focuses as well. And I'm not sure if they were a manual or an automatic. I think it was just a manual. This replacement engine I ended up buying was out of a Focus, and I had to swap everything over, all the harnesses. It was fairly different. The camshafts were different. There's a few things that were different. I learned the hard way with the camshafts because I had to actually, after I got it back together, I had to take them back out and put the actual proper ones in from the original engine. Other things that happened, I don't know. You know, root cause for this failure is the weak spot in this engine. It's 16,000 kilometer, 10,000 mile oil changes on an engine with a wet timing belt. The timing belt runs in the engine oil with these things. So as it deteriorates and junk kind of gets in the engine oil, pieces of belt and stuff, it clogs the oil pump pickup screen. And the original engine, it was pretty much clogged solid. And it ended up starving the engine of oil, and I think number two rod bearing ended up letting go, flying out the side of the engine. And the used engine, so I got this used engine for $900, and I decided, you know what, I can't just not look inside of it. So I took it apart, and its oil pickup screen was almost clogged as well. So I ended up putting a new oil pump into it. I did the rod bearing because they were starting to get a little iffy. I found the turbo was no good on it. It needed a turbocharger. Oh yeah, I did a leak down test on it, and I found it had a few leaky valves, so I decided to pull the head off. So it got all the valves lapped, the head gasket done, new rod bearings, new turbocharger, new clutch. You know, I kind of did a whole bunch of stuff. Finally, the starter motor. I put it all back together and it wouldn't even crank because the starter motor lined up perfectly with the hole in the side of the engine, and the connecting rod that had flown out the side whacked the starter, and the starter was dented and it wouldn't even turn. So I got a new starter and a new Ford battery. All genuine parts. You cannot buy parts for these engines in the aftermarket. So it kind of sucked, but the guys at Ford Lincoln, they did awesome and gave me wicked parts pricing. Got it all back together, and I drove it around for 3 days, and I kind of liked the car. So I put it on Marketplace, and I took the advice of my wife's uncle. What he told me, and he flips quite a few cars, fixes them up and flips them, is that you always need to sell the car to the first person who comes. That's his advice. They might lowball you, just sell it. Because then the car's gone and you can move on to the next one. So that's what I did. First guy came along, real nice guy. I liked him, super good. And he offered me, so I had it originally posted for $69.95 or something, which probably was too high because nobody ever responded. Lowered it to $64.95, and then this guy got a hold of me, I think maybe a total of 2 hits. So I knew it was still a bit high. He came along and he offered me $5,500. And so I said, yeah, I'll take it. So $5,500, that's what I got for the car. Now, it is time to add up how I did. So how did I do? Car purchase, $900. Tax and registration was $136. Used engine was $900. Upper and lower gasket kits, the oil pump and timing belts and tensioner, turbocharger, clutch, head bolts, connecting rod bearings and bolts was $1,385.71. Flywheel bolts, exhaust gasket, spark plugs, and an oil filter was $95.01. Battery oil filter $230.26. Starter motor $158.02. It was plastic gauge for $5. RTV sealant for almost $30. Oil $45. Coolant $40. The consumables, DOT 4 brake fluid $11.51. Bit of transmission oil $23, and a 3-day permit to drive it around was $78. So total was $4,035.68, which for a car like that is actually a cheap car. And so I wasn't afraid to just drop the price and just get rid of it. So I sold it for $5,500. I made $1,464.32. Now, how much time did I put into it, I guess is the question. And you know what? Part of it is I love making these videos, even if I don't get famous and I don't end up living on a yacht for the rest of my life because of these videos. I really do enjoy them. So time, whatever. So I'm gonna say I spent 40 hours on it. No, let's go with 50 hours. 1464.32 is what I made divided by 50 hours. I made $29.29. Making $29.29 for having a bit of fun, I think I did okay. So I think it was a success. I'm gonna call this one, like, compared to the PT Cruiser, there was no surprises really with this one. I mean, there was surprises, but it kind of all worked out in the end. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this went. But just an update. You will notice where the car used to be, there's now a pile of boxes. So we actually we're selling our house, and it's almost there. I think subjects are not tomorrow, inspections tomorrow. Subjects are being removed on Saturday, and then it's under contract and we've sold. So it's gonna be a little bit before I can get another crazy project. I do actually have my V-Strom sitting over there. It did break down on the last ride I went on, so I do have to fix it. The headlight basically stopped working on a ride, and I think I know what it is. It's a pretty common issue, so we're gonna dig into that. I'll make a video on that for everybody because, hey, why not, right? But otherwise, I don't know, I need ideas. Like, I did do a couple videos of like how stuff works, kind of talking about an old D8 Caterpillar, and I talked about an old International Harvester diesel engine that started up on gasoline, which was pretty neat. I think I did a pretty good job on those. Just, yeah, let me know what you'd like to see without me tearing something apart. And I promise, eventually, once I move, I will get back into, like, ripping heads off and being, in a high risk of never making money and stuff like that. But yeah, just let me know what you want. So yeah, I hope this project was useful to you. I hope it was even just mildly entertaining. And if it was, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.